Hello and welcome everyone to episode 9 of the 2D Sportsbar. As always, joined by my fellow Dylan.
Hello everyone, how's it going?
How's it going with you? All good?
Yeah, it's all good here.
Cool. Big weekend ahead of sport and weekend just gone. We're the Premier League last fixtures before the international break. Few big results, few big games.
Yeah.
So we're cracking into it. And I've got the predictions written down already because we do a weekly prediction on the show. So we'll go through that as we go through the games. And the first game of the weekend just gone on Saturday. It was Luton versus Spurs, with Spurs winning 1-0 after a 45th minute red card in the first half, and they still managed to win with 10 men.
That was that red card was quite funny, to be honest. I think Basuma got a yellow card for sort of stopping the count at the standard sort of yellow, taking someone out the halfway line. And then his second yellow was for diving.
Yeah, biggest dive going, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Terrible.
That's so funny.
Don't think Ange Postecoglou would be happy with that.
Nah, I don't think any manager would be happy with that. That was shocking. It was so bad. Although Spurs did win, but Luton created a fair bit of chances and just couldn't take them.
Yeah, they had a total of 12 shots. Spurs had 15 shots. Luton had 12. Luton had 2 on target, which probably should have had more.
Yeah, Adebayo, I don't know how he missed from 3 yards out of an open goal. This ball was played it right across the 6-yard box, but past Spurs defenders, past the goalkeeper. He's at the back post. All he has to do is just tap it in, and he's pretty much just sat on the ball.
Yeah.
Got to take those chances. At that point, could be the difference at the end of the season.
Yeah, Van der Ven gets the eventual only goal of the game.
Yeah,
he looks good in the back with Romero. They do look solid back there.
Yeah, they do. They did it really good.
Looking good all season. But on the predictions on that one, it was both the Spurs win, we said. So we both got that correct. And then the second game of the weekend we'll talk about is Chelsea-Burnley, with Chelsea winning 4-1. Was it in the end?
Yeah, Chelsea win it 4-1.
So big result. Well, a big win for Chelsea.
Yeah.
Seem to be gelling a bit more now.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, it's Sterling at the heart of all the goals, to be honest. He's looking like he's settling in with the new boys. And should he have got an England call-up? Because I think all season he has been creating chances for Chelsea. Obviously, haven't been taken though. So stats-wise, it wouldn't say he's played that well, but he has been Chelsea's best player all season.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really I don't really understand why he's not been called up. Maybe he's got do you remember when Southgate never called up Kyle Walker the whole campaign once and he picked him in the actual tournament squad? So maybe he's just doing that with Sterling. Just concentrate on your club football. You know, you're going to be in the squad next tournament. Don't worry about it. Just want to try out some new players, sort of thing. Maybe he's doing that. I don't know.
Yeah, it could be.
But
it's just that with the injury of Saka as well, so you might as well bring Sterling in. It's pretty much a like-for-like winger for a winger.
Yeah, did they call anyone up in place of Saka?
Not that I know of, no.
Yeah.
Could this be the turnaround for Chelsea as well? Could this be the start of them getting a few good results together?
Yeah, I mean, two wins in a row. They're probably a bit gutted that it's gone to the international break, as they had some momentum behind them.
Yeah, exactly.
And I know they have got some tough fixtures coming up, didn't they?
Yeah. I think their next game's against Spurs. Should be a good game. Always is a good game between those two.
Yeah, feisty game. Quickly on that. So I speak to Chelsea fans. Their main rivals are Spurs.
I
Spurs
swear.
fans' point of view. Yeah, they say that it would be Fulham, but they say that obviously they're not up the table as much as Spurs, and they obviously don't get on with Spurs as much.
Yeah, yeah.
But then Spurs' main rivals, they would be Arsenal, wouldn't they? Or are they Chelsea as well? I don't know. I don't support either club, so.
I would say Arsenal, Spurs' main rivals, but then
Both North
Spurs.
London, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but I suppose like with all the London clubs, they probably hate each other as much as like hate each other.
Yeah.
Just what like consider all the other London clubs as rivals. Suppose you hate. I guess then it comes down to the fan, like who you hate more than out of the other London teams.
Yeah. Yeah, true. We both, well, no, actually, no, we didn't. You put Chelsea, for some reason I put Burnley.
Well, they were 1-0 up, so
They did, yeah, I suppose. But maybe I need to start thinking that this team is gelling together a bit more after the slightly shaky start to the season. Pochettino's doing well there now. Well, he's doing that before, but he's obviously got to tune out his players and the way he wants them to play.
yeah, he's just. I think I've said this before, and I say it again. It's like that's probably their best signing out of. You could say all the other big players, but Pochettino, what he's done, what he did at Spurs before, like he's proven, and Southampton before that, like he's proven he can get the best out of players, play
Yeah,
good
definitely.
football. Yeah,
Yeah, and then Everton, which I believe was their first home win of the season
it
against
was.
Bournemouth, 3-0.
It was, yeah.
That was a big win from them after last week where they lost to Luton at home, 2-0.
Yeah, I just don't understand what's going on with Everton. They're so up and down. Against Brentford, you think Everton could probably beat any team in the league,
Yeah,
and then they lost to Luton the game after. Then smashed Bournemouth. I mean, Bournemouth looks awful, but Everton did play well, creating a lot of chances and scoring them.
yeah. I think Dyke said before about the XG, like in the games before it'd been high and he didn't get the goals which represented that XG. And he said like this game was, he got an XG of 2.5 and got 3 goals. So a bit of a turnaround there from Everton taking their chances.
Yeah, I agree with that. I do think in previous games Everton were creating their chances, just not finishing them. That was at the game against Luton where just was it Beto that came on? It just was missing missed the target on like 3. Like I think one or two of them were half chances, and one of them was like should have scored.
Yeah,
Missing so many chances, but yeah, it's just bound to happen. They were bound to score.
but Bournemouth yet to win a game this season. I think they're in a little bit of trouble, especially with the new manager coming in, taking in my opinion, a bold move to get rid of Gary O'Neill, who's made the team stay up last season. Comes in after a 9-0 hammering from yourself last season, and manages to keep the team up. I'm surprised they let him go.
Yeah, I mean, from what I've been seeing with Gary O'Neill with Wolves, I thought at the start of the season, I thought for sure Wolves they don't look like with all the financial stuff that's going on behind the scenes, and I thought, oh, they're gonna have a terrible season, but he's a good manager. He's playing good football with Wolves, so
I think Wolves got a decent squad, like
they have.
decent players in there. Obviously, your boy Neto.
Yeah, Neto.
But yeah, we go on to Wolves in a bit.
Yeah.
Everton win the 3-0 win there. And then the next game was, oh, sorry, I put Everton, you put a draw actually on that one.
Oh, right.
So 2-2 on the predictions so far in the 3
2-2.
games. Fulham, Sheffield United, 3-1 Fulham. We both put a Fulham win.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, it was a big injury by the captain of Sheffield United. Is it Chris Basham?
Yeah, Basham. You never want to see that in football.
No. So hopefully, wish him a speedy recovery.
Yeah, he did give it a little thumbs up as he
Yeah.
was getting stretchered off, so that's good to see. But hopefully, he's not out for long. Be back
Go on.
onto the football side of things. So just Willian controlling the game for Fulham. So whenever he got the ball, he looked like something was going to happen for them.
Yeah.
So great bit of business whenever they signed him.
Yeah, got him in, I think, start of last season. But yeah, he's been a great signing for them. He's still got a bit of quality in him. How old is he now? He can't be too old.
35, I think.
Oh, is he? Oh, okay.
Yeah, that maybe 30, 35. They're saying. Doesn't look it. So he's still running around all over the place.
Yeah.
Great chances. Looks like he's got tons of energy.
And obviously they kind of got Carlos Vinicius as their striker, kind of like Mitrovic, where he like puts himself about and stuff like that. It seems.
Yeah, the target man type striker, isn't it?
Yeah. So he didn't get a goal, but he looked busy, and they've obviously got that quality in midfield with Polinia and Pereira.
Yeah.
I didn't know they had Alex Iwobi, by the way. I saw that he was playing, and I was like, when did they sign him?
I think it started this season.
Yeah. I was like, what?
It's a surprise signing, to be fair.
Yeah. But yeah, so 3-1 win for Fulham.
Yeah.
Next game, Man United Brentford, which somehow ended 2-1 to United. Scott McTominay coming off the bench at 87th minute and getting the equaliser at 90 plus 3 minutes and then the winner at 90 plus 7 minutes. Ridiculous.
It was essentially the last kick of the game, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was crazy. I mean, I don't know what more McTominay has to do to get a start in place in this team.
Yeah, I mean, as well, like with the midfield struggling, it's like, come on, stick him in there maybe. Like something different.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I think for Scotland he plays a bit further up the pitch than he does for United. So maybe that's where he should play for United because I mean he came on, he scored 2 goals, and he was a real handful in the box when balls started playing into him. So maybe that's his position.
Yeah.
I know Ten Hag liked to play Mount in that position, like a bit further up the pitch, but maybe McTominay's the person you need.
Maybe, yeah, a bit more sort of like security in there in a way because he's not going to venture too far at the pitch. And stick to his position, fill the space in and stuff like that.
Yeah.
More than Mount, I'd say.
Yeah, exactly.
He's a bit less, I'd say, less disciplined in that centre midfield role. Yeah. But
yeah.
Another mistake by Onana.
Oh, that was.
And Lindelof.
Yeah, that was pretty poor, wasn't it?
Terrible. Was it last week I was saying about Lindelof?
Yeah.
I think he just gets away with like no one just sort of mentions him in his performances. It's like let's slate Harry Maguire.
To be fair, like
sorry, just to say to Maguire, he got the assist for the second goal, and he done well in sort of like ball retention and tackles and things like that. So he had a good game.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well. I think him and Evans were unlucky not to get a clean sheet. Savonana, well, one little mistake. Like, you should have got the clean sheet.
Bring the hair back. I've seen those memes and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know, but I think Ten Hag was good with his substitutions. He was more ruthless, I think, in his subs. Like Mount came off, Rashford came off on 63 minutes, and he whacked on Garnacho, created more chances that Rashford did in 27 minutes that Rashford did in an hour. So
It's one of those things with Rashford where he's so hit and miss. He could be unbelievable or terrible. He never has like an average game. You know, it gets like a goal, but he wasn't playing well. He's either completely missing or like just completely on it. So strange to see.
Yeah, and another player he took off was Casemiro at half time, and he said that he wanted to play more football.
Oh
Um,
wow!
so yeah, brought on Ericsson for Casemiro, so he was a bit more ruthless. Would have liked to see, well, I wouldn't have, but it would have been interesting to see the reaction if we did lose that game.
Yeah, yeah, I would have liked to see that.
Would you? Yeah, of course you would.
Yeah, definitely like to see
Yeah, so on that one, you put a draw, which, I mean, could have been. And I put United win, so I'd just go ahead 4-3 so far.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Yeah, the next game was a score 0-0 draw, ball 0-0 draw, Palace and Forest.
It was it is a very dull game to be honest, but Forest almost scored two unbelievable goals from their centre back Murillo. Looks like a
Yeah,
good player. He does a long ball over the top, and is it Gibbs White? Is that his
yeah,
name?
Gibbs White.
Gibbs White hits it on the full volley, lobs the keeper, hits the post. I was like almost like tension for like goal of the month sort of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
And then out of nowhere, just Murillo goes on a run from the halfway line, like Maradona-esque, and almost scored. It's just a handout from what's his name? It's a Palace keeper,
I don't know, because it's, is it Johnson?
Johnson. Yeah, yeah. Just Johnson just stuck a hand out, saved it,
Yeah.
and it's just stopped. Probably would be up there for goal of the season. Incredible.
Mm,
Other than
yeah,
that,
that
I'd
was
say
0-0,
not too
wasn't it?
much to talk about. Yeah.
Yeah. And then the other games on Sunday, all draws except for the last ones. The first draw was Brighton over Albion Liverpool.
Oh yeah. What do we put in the predictions for the Palace Forest game?
Oh, we both put Palace.
Did we?
Yeah.
Uh,
So stay 4-3. On this one, we put Liverpool and Brighton, and it was a draw. So
uh, yeah, that was it was basically just both teams sloppy, both goals, both first goals were just sloppy play out the back, then got punished for it. Then Liverpool's second goal that they concede was free kick from like out wide, gets whipped in, goes past about four defenders straight to dunk. And I'm just like, why is no one dealing with that? Just terrible defending. And there was a
is it?
penalty.
Yeah. Yeah, it was
That
a Salah penalty, wasn't it?
Yeah, Salah penalty.
Who won the
That was a
penalty?
penalty. It was Szoboszlai. Literally, Gross had his hand on
Oh
the
yeah,
back of his collar and was pulling him down.
yeah. I heard that there was like suggestions that maybe it was a goal scoring opportunity. He should have been sent off.
But I thought the rule was if it was outside the box, then it's a red card. But if it's inside the box, the penalty's
Yeah,
enough of a.
I think you're right there.
I'm not sure if the rules change, but penalty's enough of a punishment where you just get a yellow card.
Yeah, and I think the ball might have. It was going away from him.
Yeah, like he passed it across goal, and then Diaz got taken out as well after.
Yeah, was it your high press, wasn't it? And they made a mistake.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
that was it. And there was I say handball for Van Dijk, but it just hit his leg and hit his hand. So can't really do anything about that.
And no VAR shouts this week.
Yeah, no VAR shots this week.
So yeah, 2-2. Do you think it was a good point or 2 points dropped?
Definitely 2 points dropped.
Yeah.
Just both goals preventable from both teams actually. So, but from Liverpool point of view, yeah, points dropped. The free kick at the end shouldn't have gone in. Robertson's at the near post, pulling his leg away from the ball. Just don't know what kind of defending that was, but
Yeah.
poor.
Yeah, and then another draw was West Ham Newcastle 2-2. We both put a West Ham and Newcastle to win again, so both teams and none of them won. Yeah, West Ham got off the mark with Soucek on the 8th minute, and then it sort of comeback by Newcastle with Isak, and then West Ham get the equaliser right at the end by Kudos. Is it Kudos?
Kudos, yeah. He looked really good when he came on. He looked like a handful, just like quality player, loads of confidence. Just looked like he could take West Ham to another level, like a little bit. They could do a little bit more if he starts. I'm not sure what more he could do to try and get a starting place, come off the bench, rescue your team a point.
Yeah. Jarrod
Also,
Bowen for West Ham just signed a new contract.
Has he?
Yeah, I think it was a 7-year deal.
Oh, wow.
It's a long contract, so tying him down.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Definitely tie him down. Been their best player this season. So far.
Him or Ward-Prowse.
Yeah,
I'd probably take it.
So, and Guimaraes should have got sent off. I mean, he had 2 challenges from behind, both yellow card challenges, but the second one was just not given as a yellow card. I don't know why. Is that you're looking at consistency. It's fairly similar to Jota, where 2 challenges from behind, 1 lunging in. Jota got 2 yellows. Guimaraes only got 1 yellow, got let off for the second one. It's just no consistency.
Yeah, it's like we'll go into it in a bit, but the Kovacic one.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah.
But yeah, and that was 2-2 West Ham Newcastle, and another draw Wolverhampton and Villa was 1-1.
Yeah.
With Wolves getting a red card right at the end, Lamina. But Hwang scores again for Wolves.
Hwang scores again.
Started well.
Neto got an assist for that, so just still both of those players having a hand in Wolves' goals compared for 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, is he in your dream team, Neto?
No, he's not.
I mean, he's got to be, isn't he? Where are you going about him?
He has to be, yeah. He's definitely going in next week.
Yeah. But yeah, I had Watkins as my captain, but he didn't do much this week. But Wolves scored, and they literally just scored straight after. Maybe a lapse of concentration after getting the early breakthrough.
Yeah, I think so. But Villa should have had a penalty as well, because Watkins just got shoved in the box as he was about to shoot.
Yeah.
And I was like, I know it's a soft little tap, but you're preventing a goal scoring opportunity. He's literally about to shoot on target from about 10 yards out. I don't know what's going on with the officials. It didn't even go to get checked.
They don't know what they're doing, mate. So
yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And the last game of the weekend, probably the biggest one.
But yeah, biggest one.
Arsenal v Man City. 1-0 Arsenal. Gabriel Martinelli with the winner, 86th minute.
Yeah.
What did you think of this game?
I thought it was a little bit like both teams were like, oh, we don't want to lose, like playing very reserved.
Yeah. Cool.
And I was going to say, no team were really throwing caution to the wind and going after it and trying to get the win, like committing players forward. So both teams just wanted to kind of a bit sort of hesitant to commit players forward.
No, yeah, I agree. I think no team, particularly Arsenal, didn't want to lose the game.
Yeah.
It was like a chess match, wasn't it? Where I think Arsenal just let the City have the ball sometimes, and I think City done that as well to Arsenal.
Yeah.
But I think it was tactically spot on by Arteta in a way, because the other games they've played against City last season, especially the Emirates game, they had the possession of the ball. They were dictating play, attack, doing multiple attacks over and over again, and in the end lost. Maybe like put too much energy at the start and lacked energy at the end.
Yeah.
But for this game, I think he said, "Okay, City can have the ball," which is rare for Arteta's sides, and he let them have the ball. Didn't really create too much chances, did they, City?
No.
And then obviously they were trying to do some counter attacks, and they scored the winner at the end.
Yeah, exactly. I thought, was it Saliba and Gabriel just defended Haaland almost to, well, pretty much to perfection, because he
Yeah,
just didn't get a sniff. Like,
no,
Haaland's trying to run in behind. Is it Saliba just
Saliba just bodied him on the floor, didn't
bodied
he?
him off the floor? Yeah, onto the floor. Just he didn't get a sniff in, didn't get a chance at all. Like,
But does that back
fairly,
up our point the other week when we're saying about Haaland against a half decent centre back?
yeah, I think it does. That I was gonna say, is Haaland overrated?
Oh, that's a bold call.
I know it's only been 2 games where he hasn't scored, but
It's been 4 actually.
it's been 4 games where he
I
hasn't
think
scored.
4 in all competitions. I'm not sure,
Yeah,
100%, but yeah.
two
No, I don't
Prem.
think he's overrated. He's
Or okay, then has he been found out then?
maybe. I mean,
'Cause,
I sort of thought that last season when he was just scoring goals for fun, people didn't really know what they're up against because they'd
they were
never
a
been
bit
up against him
scared of him,
before.
weren't they? Yeah.
Yeah, tarts. But maybe yeah, this time they've sort of worked him out a bit more, and also he hasn't had De Bruyne's service as much.
Yeah, that could be another factor.
But yeah, in a way, like, is that good as a striker to rely on different players for opportunities?
Depends depends how you want your team to play, because I personally thought Haaland wasn't a City signing because City love to pass the ball around. They the sort of front three almost intertwine with each other. They don't really have like a committed striker. And once they got Haaland, then they kind of have to, I guess, sacrifice that fluidity of the front three by keeping everyone in position, where it might become easier for teams to defend against them.
Yeah,
But it's just like, yeah, I thought they might have tried to find like they probably should have signed Alvarez and like have him as the out and out striker, but then him playing behind Haaland, he's been playing really well this season as well. So yeah, it's a bit of a weird one.
yeah. I mean, that means that City have lost 3 in the last 4 games in all competitions.
That's like unheard of, is it?
Yeah, lost to Newcastle in the cup, lost to Wolves in the Prem, beat Leipzig in the week, and then lost to Arsenal at the weekend. And yeah,
You
which
know
is
what?
crazy when you think about it.
It is insanely crazy because, but then you know what normally happens after City go through like a couple game losing streak. They'll just go on a monster winning streak.
Yeah,
But
yeah, but at least in a way, they lost, so at least it brings some more teams into the Premiership competition. Like,
yeah,
just brings the
yeah,
gap in closer, makes it a bit more interesting for the neutral.
yeah, definitely. So you've got should we talk about Kovacic's 2 challenges?
Yeah, I mean, I thought he was lucky to stay on.
He was.
Both, I like Gary never went, oh, it's an orange. Well, there's no such thing as an orange card, Gary. But yeah, I mean, it could have been a red for that first challenge. So I was
Yeah, that
surprised.
was terrible. That one studs up in the back of the ankle. It's like, how is that in like? I mean, I get sick and tired of saying the same point, but there's no consistency. But okay, fair enough. You give that as a yellow. You don't check it on VAR. but why wasn't the second one a yellow? It's kind of like after the Liverpool game, the officials are like, oh, if they make 2 challenges, or like just sort of scared to send people off
Yeah.
because of the backlash. But I mean, it should have been. Should have had a, if not a straight red, then he should have got 2 yellows for the 2 challenges.
Yeah, he
It's
said like
just,
nothing straight away, wasn't it, on that second one? He got sort of signal with his arms like no, nothing. So he obviously in real time didn't think it was too bad. But yeah,
yeah,
and then you had Howard Webb in the week with the Premier League show showing all the clips and stuff. I think
yeah.
did you see the Merson run as well on Sky with Mike Dean?
No, I didn't.
So
What was
Mike
he saying?
Dean sits in his like Lord chair on Sky Sports studio, and then he has all the other pundits sitting alone, doing the games.
Yeah.
But yeah, sort of Mike Dean says, it's the law and stuff like that. And it's just like, oh, give it a rest. And Mercer's like shouting at him, saying, "No one's gonna die. It's not the law." What do you mean law? Listen, he was going proper at it, to be fair. But Mike Dean just sums up why the officials are wrong all the time because, or like the exchange was Mike Dean was saying, "Oh, you can't have former footballers in there because they don't know the rules." And then you've got, I think Merson or someone said, you got referees in there who just think they know football from a book.
Yeah,
So that just sums up the issue really for me.
it does. It's like you've got referees who've never played a game of football, like don't understand or have never been in a 50-50 tackle, that sort of thing, where a player would get booked even if they win the ball and they go through the players. Like, what are you meant to do if the ball's your 2 players are like equal distance away from the ball? They both go flying in. One comes out, one comes off worse. It's part of the game. So
Yeah,
you can't really book him just for going in too hard on a challenge. And
yeah,
then
definitely.
and then like the silly yellow card fouls. Like footballers know what they're doing when they just um, they go in from behind or try. I guess sometimes they try and get the ball, and I thought a tackle from behind was just a yellow card anyway. And now it just seems like whenever the ref feels like it's a yellow. So it's no consistency, no. They say letter of the law, but even then they don't even follow it. It's just like whenever they want.
Yep, they're terrible.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's a shame really because it takes away from talking about the football and
Yeah,
the
I've got
officials.
some obviously other football points that I might actually bring up in part two,
Yeah,
but because obviously this comes out the weekend, we'll just touch on the rugby with England
yeah,
being in the quarterfinals against Fiji, trying
yeah,
to sort of, I don't know, maybe get a little bit of redemption from the loss that Fiji gave us at Twickenham in the warm-ups. But yeah, they're playing on, well, the rugby quarterfinals are all weekend. So England playing Fiji at 4 o'clock on the Sunday. What do you think? How do you think we get on?
I think it'll be a tough test because they are a good team and
Yeah,
we're sort of very 50-50. We started off the World Cup really well, then it kind of sort of slowly been dropping off, dropping off.
sort of team
It's
in transition, aren't we?
yeah, yeah, I'd say so.
But there is some great, great games this weekend. We've got Wales, Argentina at 4 on Saturday, and then the big one, Ireland, New Zealand, 8 o'clock.
Oh,
That
that's
is, if Ireland win that, that could be the big confident boost to go all the way.
yeah, exactly, exactly. That's almost like a World Cup decider there.
It is really. I don't know who. So yeah, so England and Fiji would face France and South Africa, which is the other game on the Sunday. That's a big game as well.
Yeah,
Two
it's a
big
really
games,
big
eight
game.
o'clock each night.
Uh,
And then the other semi-final would be Wales, Argentina against Ireland, New Zealand. So as we said, I think earlier on, Ireland could face South Africa again
in the
in the
final.
final.
Yeah, That would be a very good World Cup final. That.
Oh, we like England there, but yeah.
Yeah, we would like England there, but it's gotta be a bit.
We're realistic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, come on, England. 4:00 Sunday against Fiji.
Get the win, get through, and just get another 2 wins. Easy.
Yeah, let's see how we get on. But yeah, that was part 1. I'll see you all in part 2. Cheers.
Cheers, guys.